Welcome into Good News Forecast. I'm Sophia Perricone.
And I'm meteorologist Kaylee Bowers. Thanks for joining us for another week of good news from around the world, the country, and right here in our own backyards. We always start off with this question every week. Sophia, how's your week going so far?
My week is going pretty good, Kaylee Bowers. I can't not say it. I just have to say Kaylee Bowers. It's going well. You know, I can't complain. I'm having a nice week. How about you?
It's been a good week so far. I'm kind of recovering from travels over the weekend, so
Yes.
a little bit sleep deprived and confused on what time it is. But you know, it was Father's Day over the weekend.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day to our dads, all the father figures out there in our lives and everyone else's lives. We're officially in summer now.
We are officially in summer. At the time of this recording, it is the 22nd of June. First day of summer is the 21st of June.
It was this year, yeah. So we had Father's Day and the first day of summer all wrapped up into one. So it was a big day on Sunday, and I'm kind of ready for some more summer-like conditions on the way.
You and me both, because again, at the time of this recording, it's not really feeling like summer, Kaylee, but it'll come. We know we're only in June. The heat is going to turn up.
You know, I think it's very funny. I'm not pointing fingers at you. Whenever people talk about like the summer seasons or the fall seasons, somehow it always gets directed to the meteorologists. Like we can actually control the weather. Oh, she is pointing fingers at me. Okay, well, I'm going to point fingers at the teleprompter so we can go ahead and run on what's next with the story. It will be summer before you know it, though.
Yeah.
If you live in Sylvania Township, you may have seen a little piggy running around town trying to get all the way home.
Last week, this pig was spotted in the area of Sylvania Metamora Road and Mitchaw Road. He's so cute. Dozens of people shared photos and videos of this hog hanging around town as they tried to find its owner.
Aww.
A farm sanctuary took this piggy in. I did check that sanctuary's Facebook page. Mr. Piggy has been reunited with its owner. I want to say the pig's name is Pebbles, if I remember correctly.
Pebbles
but,
the pig.
He's a chunker.
Not Piglet?
No.
Aww.
No, I think he's triple the size of what should be called Piglet.
He's not a pig. I'm glad he's safe. I'm glad he's okay. Glad nothing bad happened to him.
No.
I could see some people turning him into breakfast meat.
Yes, that is someone's family member.
That's a pet right there.
That's a pet, I know. So cute. Glad Piggy is back home.
Yeah.
But I remember on social media, this was like kind of like the talk of Facebook.
Oh,
like,
wow.
People were going crazy. Like last sighting here. This is where I saw him last.
Where's the piggy?
Where's the piggy? So nice that someone took him in. It took a few days though before they found the owner, but hey, they found the owner.
I'm glad the pig's okay.
Yeah.
So our next good news story is also out of Sylvania, and that's where one volunteer group wants to make life easier for kids with disabilities.
The group Faithful Fabricators makes toddler mobility trainers or adaptable wheelchairs, and they do it all with a 3D printer. Faith Zahowski saw a 6-year-old get his chair.
It started small. Danny Royer started 3D printing modifications to things like dice, making it easier for kids with disabilities to use.
So we take that toy off the shelf, we open it up, we add that $1 headphone jack, we put it back together. The toy still continues to function just like it did before, but we can add an accessibility switch to the side.
Faithful Fabricators, a volunteer group he started 3 years ago, has adapted 120 toys using this technology. But now,
We go on that side.
they've added this to their repertoire, a toddler mobility trainer, or TMT, a specialized wheelchair for kids with disabilities. The designs come from the company Make Good in New Orleans, and the group prints each part using 3D printers. Each one takes 330 hours to print, and about 45 minutes to put it all together. So far, they've built 10 chairs, all at no cost to families.
A lot of times, a toy or a device that's for accessibility, it's kind of sterile, it's not as approachable, it's not fun, and we're trying to increase and enable as much joy as possible.
That joy evident on Forrest Hertzfeld's face.
Good job.
The recipient of the group's 10th chair, decked out in Detroit Lions colors.
Forrest has a form of dwarfism called achondroplasia, and when he was a baby, he had a spinal cord injury that he had surgery for. Should be able to walk, but it's just taking him a little bit longer time. Him being able to move independently and do the things that he wants is extremely important. So we're hoping this chair gives him that.
For Royer, it's his faith.
There you go.
And moments like this that keep him going.
And to see the joy, not only on their face, but the parents' face, and the relief, and to know that somebody is watching out for you, somebody's helping out. That's a powerful idea.
Oh, so sweet.
That really is life-changing right there, not only for that sweet little boy, but for the family as well, too,
Yeah.
making a big difference.
It's nice that they're using their 3D printer for good. I mean, it's expensive. It's a lot of labor, but
Yeah.
I mean, they've made, what, 10 chairs so far?
And I love the colors, too.
I know. It's nice that they can customize them and kind of make it fun for
He
them.
got his
as well.
Detroit Lions chair. Like, that
Yeah.
is so cool.
Oh, we're so happy. to
Love
see
that.
So that's really great. From new innovations to new businesses, a wine bar is opening later this summer in downtown Toledo.
One of each will feature 25 rotating wine, charcuterie-style food, and indoor and outdoor seating. Owner John Metz says the idea for a space like this started a few years ago, and while a full build-out is still ahead, plans include a bar, fireplace, wine storage, and a warming kitchen.
The whole reason I wanted to do this, I wanted to do something I would enjoy. I know businesses come in and go. We kind of feel like we have a decent sense of the market. There seems to be an appetite for what we want to do. When we talk to people, everyone is super enthused.
Construction is just starting, but Metz hopes to open the doors by Labor Day. Oh, I like those windows.
Oh, that'll be nice. Get that fresh air in there, that summertime feeling, a fall breeze.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. You could sit inside, watch the rain fall outside. That's always a nice little feeling.
One of the best things right there. I'm excited because Ostrich Town is really starting to boom and get bigger, and there's more
Yeah.
people coming in. So this is going to be a great addition to this place.
And it's not too far from WTOL
No.
11. It's like a 2-minute walk, so we can go after work sometime.
After work. After work.
After work. Everyone after work, okay? As we approach the 4th of July and America's 250th birthday, some of the biggest displays of patriotism could be coming from one of our smallest towns.
Tim Miller has a story from Green Springs.
God bless America. Fireworks to remember 1776 and 2026. Even a tribute to POWs and those missing in action. All on display in front of this home on Ken Lee Drive in Green Springs. One of 11 homes that registered for an America 250 decorating contest.
From my great-great-grandmother, my great-aunts lived here.
Kathleen Morris's home on South Broadway was built in 1898 during America's 122nd anniversary. She has banners, bunting on her fence, and a new flagpole with the Betsy Ross flag commemorating the 13 original colonies. And don't miss her patriotic goose.
A couple people have stopped when I've been on the porch and said nice decorations or nice porch or, looking good.
On South Kansas Street, we found this beautifully decorated home. They were adding more USA-themed flowers to the mix. The 4 judges will have some tough decisions to make. Deb Larson on Adams Street hopes they pick hers.
I'll make it a little bit more special, but I love to decorate every holiday, but this one I think is more special.
And we spotted these 3 stars right in the middle.
I bought them from a guy that made them, and then my son painted them for me, and then my grandson, he's the one that put them that way.
You might be wondering if anything is at stake in this contest. Well, it is. First place will get you $250 cash. Second and third places will get you a basket with local products from Sandusky and Seneca counties, since Green Springs is in 2 counties.
The winners will be announced at the Green Springs July 3rd fireworks event.
What do you hope to do with the prize money if you get that $250?
I don't know, I'll do something special. I don't know. Probably save it for my trip to Disney.
The contest continues until July 1st, and other homeowners who want to catch a good breeze on their flags can still register at the post office or library. In Green Springs, Tim Miller, WTOL 11.
Wow.
That's got to get you into the patriotic spirit right there.
Yeah. And I like, as we mentioned kind of at the beginning, it's a small town, but it's a big anniversary for our country, 250, and they're really showing up. And you can enter. You have until July 1st, which at the time of this recording, you have like 1 week and 2 days.
A weekish, yeah. And you just want the porch goose.
I do. I really do. I would love a porch goose.
There we go. We'll be right back right after this. Thanks for staying with us here on Good News Forecast. If you spent any time on Catawba Island, there's a good chance you've seen a little peach stand along the sand road.
For Brad and Diana Swan, what started as a retirement hobby has grown into one of the last remaining peach orchards on the island.
But as Laura Sandlin shows us, it's not just about the fruit. It's about the stories, the families, and a little bit of magic.
If you've ever been to Catawba, you've probably passed by Swan Orchards. The little stand sits off of Sand Road and is owned by Brad and his wife Diana, who first began their careers as teachers. But as retirement approached, they found a new love beyond education in growing peaches.
Anybody that plants anything knows that you don't just plant a few things. It became more and more and more and more.
Catawba's peach history doesn't start with the Swans. It exploded during the late 1800s, and the island was once covered with trees.
Catawba was producing over 1 million bushel of peaches a year. There were over 100 orchards here in Catawba. There are now 3.
Now, just one of a few orchards left. Brad says he enjoys his neighbors and anyone just passing through, while giving them the opportunity to pick peaches themselves.
We're still small enough and mom and pop enough that when a family comes, we can actually walk them out in the orchard and they get so excited.
But Swan says his true passion lies with the children and their families, telling them stories of the peach elves, the little helpers he swears comes out at night to help the peaches grow and to leave something special behind.
And they pick up the magic wishing stone, and if they take it home and make a wish and go in a very, very dark room, and if the wishing stone glows in the dark, that means the peach elves are making their wish come true. We had one that was suffering from cancer and wrote that he actually told his grandmother that he wished the peach elves, he was a very young child, would bring him a soccer jersey. And so, son of a gun, if a soccer jersey didn't show up at the doorstep of the peach elf house, and she got it to him and took it to him, and those are heartwarming stories.
The heartwarming stories, the Swans say, are all about connection, because without them,
I'd be watching soap operas and eating bonbons and rusting to death.
Reporting from Catawba Island, Laura Sandlin for WTOL 11.
You know, I feel that right there.
And I think there's nothing wrong with eating bonbons.
Nothing wrong with that. But peach season in Catawba starts in July. So depending on when you're watching this, it may be coming up. It may officially be here. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a peach from Lake Erie. It screams summer right there.
So true. And I really liked how the story really talked about Catawba's history with peaches, because I would have no idea that at one point Catawba was putting out 1 million bushel of peaches a year.
So many peaches. Just fruit in the summertime just makes you like,
I know.
So happy.
It's making me hungry. So you can get your peaches in Catawba as tourists from around the world are flocking to America for the World Cup, trying some local eats for the very first time.
I love this. Some matches are being held in New Jersey, and that's where soccer fans are trying local favorites like Italian sandwiches and New York-style bagels for the first time.
So what's been the favorite sandwich?
They ask me, and I tell them my mom's chicken cutlets, fresh mozzarella, roasted peppers. Give them a real good New Jersey Italian sandwich.
I want to eat bagel. Bagel. It's New York bagel. It's very famous here.
Makes me hungry right there. Not only is that deli owner keeping visitors and soccer fans fed, he is also shuttling them from famous Jersey locations like the American Dream Mall.
It's been so nice seeing everyone come to America for the World Cup and trying all the local favorite foods and just seeing how big everything is here. It's so funny to me.
I'm curious, when you've traveled to quite a few countries before, what has been one of your favorite things from a different country? But also another question, when you think of America, what is the most American food?
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna answer that one first.
Okay.
Most American food, probably a hot dog.
How did I know that's what you were gonna say?
What would you say?
That's what I was thinking at first too, but then maybe pizza, but also chicken wings.
Chicken wings that's a good one. That's one where, because Germany has brats, which not the same, I get it.
Same family.
But what would be the same family as a chicken wing?
A chicken tender?
But that's not really on international menus, I feel like chicken strips,
chicken nuggets.
Maybe on a kid's menu, but nothing. The chicken wings is a good one. I feel just smothered in what's the sauce? Buffalo sauce? Is that? I don't really eat a lot.
Buffalo sauce, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't eat a lot of chicken wings, but that's a good one right there.
Well, speaking of the World Cup, the U.S. men's national team is moving on to the next round.
Even though they still have to play Turkey in the group stage, the men's team earned enough points to make it to the round of 32, which is the first knockout round. The U.S. men's team secured their spot in the round of 32 after defeating Australia 2-0.
And at the time of this recording, it's not clear who they'll play in the first stage of the knockout rounds, but that game is set for Wednesday, July 1st. So they still have some time. And Sophia, I know this is your Super Bowl right now. How are you feeling with all of this?
I'm excited. I'm really curious to see who they're going to play.
Okay. Are there any talks of who they might play, or is it still just like nobody knows?
I don't think there could be talks. I don't know.
Okay.
But I know there was a possibility, this is not happening now, but there was a possibility at one point, apparently, that the U.S. was going to play England on July 4th.
I did see that.
Which would have been so funny.
The irony of that.
The irony.
Think about it.
If we lost, do we go back to them? If we win, do they come to us? We won't find out because that's not happening.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just the players in the spotlight during the World Cup. There are some key women on the pitch making sure teams are playing by the rules.
Nicole Valdez introduces us to the women making history in the World Cup.
It takes years, sometimes decades of training, practice, and determination to make it to the World Cup.
Check to confirm.
And that's true for the officials, too, including Tori Penso, the mother of 3, started refereeing at age 14 and spent years reffing the National Women's League before her current job with Major League Soccer.
Didn't take long. Here's the call.
Review, number 29 is in offside position. Final decision is no goal.
In 2023, Penso became the first American, man or woman, to referee a Women's World Cup final. Now she's the first American woman to referee a men's World Cup match, working alongside 2 other Americans, assistant referees Brooke Mayo and Catherine Nesbitt.
All 3 of these women have broken new ground here in MLS. The assignment really isn't about just making history for history's sake. It's also about recognizing 3 of the best officials in the world.
We know that the more we perform and perform at a very high level, we're creating space for others behind us.
Last year, Penso spoke with CBS affiliate WKMG about what it meant to be a trailblazer.
And I look up and I see the little girls in the stands, their eyes just glowing when they see us. I mean, that's motivation for me.
And because we've got more teams playing this year, which means more matches overall, the tournament assembled a record 170 match officials, including 52 referees.
Capabilities and skills is actually what you look at.
Soccer fans headed to the France-Senegal match are happy to see barriers coming down.
I think it's very important. There's a lot of female athletes who really love the sport, so I think it's a good image for them and a very good inspiration.
In a statement, Penso tells CBS News this experience is one she'll tell her grandkids about one day. Nicole Valdez, CBS News.
And a French referee broke the gender barrier at the 2022 Men's World Cup in Qatar, officiating the Germany-Costa Rica group stage match. Love, love, love that story.
Good for her and good for all the women out there that are refereeing this amazing event. It's just so cool.
Yeah, and especially, and I'm going to go back to the fact that it's a very highly televised watched sport. And so to see all the eyes on her, and I think there was a game recently where 3 women were the referees.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they mentioned it.
Might have been that one, yeah.
But it's so nice just for the world to see it. You know?
And we always forget that referees are people too. We were looking at some of these pictures that were just going through the story, and have these tall, giant players kind of towering over her. And she's like, no, I'm taking my stance. Yeah. I'm the referee. I am in charge. And it's just so empowering and just so cool. So hopefully some young children, boys or girls, are like, I can be that one day too.
Yeah, love to see it. We'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with us on Good News Forecast. Baseball is America's favorite pastime, and there's a league in Iowa making sure everyone can play.
Photojournalist Dawn Smith has the story of deaf and hard of hearing athletes getting ready for the World Deaf Baseball Championship.
This is our 11th year, so yeah, we're thrilled. We started in 2015. This is our biggest camp ever. In 2015, we had about 19 kids, and we've grown it ever since, and now we have 45 campers. And this year, we have the USA Deaf Baseball National Team who've joined us. So it's important for them to come here because our campers often experience isolation where they're from. They might be the only deaf person, and there's a lot of barriers and not a lot of access. So when they come here, they get to meet peers who are just like them. Really, it inspires me because just seeing these kids smile, seeing them improve, you know, having some national deaf team players here, you know, hopefully inspires them.
We made new friends with that farm last year, and we made new friends with this.
They're giving us food over here, and then over in this field, I hit the baseball. I was batting over here in this field.
I really like the experience of being with deaf friends.
By the end of the week, my heart is full. I'm full of joy, full of hope for the future, full of excitement for the deaf community, and really just proud of these kids.
Oh, that just melts your heart right there. I wish we had more of those across the country. Maybe one day we will, because it's just so important, you know, being a child playing baseball, softball, t-ball, and it's just so fun.
And it's important to have people doing the same thing as you that you can look up to and have peers doing the same thing. It makes me think of that story a couple weeks ago that we featured here on Good News Forecast with the limb difference, the young girl soccer player with limb difference, and then the professional player with limb difference. Same thing, like it's so important to have people like you that you can look up to and you can see yourself doing that, and just representation is so important.
And one of those young girls said, I like being around other deaf people because she's probably not around many people that can't hear, and just being in that community where, hey, I'm just like everyone else. This is normal. Makes a big difference. So I love that young, old, middle, they're all able to come together and play one of America's favorite pastimes.
It's something we take for granted too, you know, like the ability to hear and to communicate with one another. It's just, we need to remember that not everyone can, and so we should really be grateful.
We'll see what they do this time next year. So before we go, the story of a boy who was fighting for his life and the doctor who made him a promise.
Steve Hartman is on the road.
His footwork is impressive, but it pales compared to the trick he pulled off, cheating death. Back in 2022, Dylan Mwaniki of Kansas City, Missouri was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer. He was 14. They gave him just 8 months to live. But he is alive today thanks to a doctor named Mary Austin, who did a lot more than treat his cancer. She became his friend.
We made arrangements to grab lunch together, and he's met my kids, and it just evolved naturally as a friendship.
She's like my partner in crime. I call her my second mom.
He calls her my second mom.
That's his first mom, Lucy, and his dad, Paul.
She used to check on him just like a mom would.
Every step of the way.
Through 52 weeks of chemo, she was there for him, especially during his darkest days, when there was serious doubt Dylan would live long enough to even graduate high school.
She just hyped him up, like, I promise you, if you keep going through with this so you can live, I will come to your graduation.
Just that trick of saying, hey, I'll make it for your graduation, it's changed everything. He just decided, you know, he has the will to keep fighting.
Her making promises like that and kind of giving me hope definitely uplifted my mood.
Today, Dylan is cancer-free and a graduating senior.
Dylan Taji Mwaniki.
Unfortunately, Dr. Austin now works at Seattle Children's Hospital, 1,500 miles away. Getting to graduation would be difficult. But
she has not made one promise that she hasn't kept.
And we'll forever be grateful for that.
His parents kept Dr. Austin's visit a surprise. Until now. And although little was said in this moment, the firmness of their hug and the length of their embrace showed how much it meant to Dylan. It was, after all, literally what he lived for. In fact, Dylan's parents believe this human connection played a big part in saving their son, proving that you don't always have to be a doctor to heal.
Be kind. Be kind. Be kind.
Steve Hartman, on the road in Kansas City, Missouri.
Did we get you?
A little bit, a little bit. Because graduations are a big thing, kids going through cancer is a big thing, and then putting those together and having the promise of the doctor. I was gonna say that I have so many different things to say and I kind of just said them all. It's just truly heartwarming that they were able to go from the patient-doctor relationship to she traveled miles, thousands of miles to be there for his graduation. And she kept her promise, which is the big thing, especially for a 17, 18-year-old kid.
And what I really liked is his parents felt like the positivity radiating from her and just, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it. They said that makes such a big difference, and I completely agree. I'm all about putting positivity out there. I'm afraid to even speak negatively sometimes just because I don't want to put it out there, but I think that's also why we do Good News Forecast, to give you that dose of positivity just once a week.
You're gonna make me cry now.
Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to.
I'm not going to go into it, but that's what we do. That's when we came up with Good News Forecast, because it's just so special. We deal with so many negative and sad things, not only from what you see on TV, on social media, what's going on at work, what's going on in your home. Like you said, a half hour, you get to hang out with us. We get to be silly, you get to be goofy, you get to see us cry every week, me cry every week.
Just one of us.
I wanted to include you.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just such a special thing, so I'm glad that we're able to help out with you guys staying positive and happy, and kind of went on a tangent here. We didn't mean to, but yeah, keep your promises.
Yeah, keep your promises. And that really does it for this week on Good News Forecast.
So stay happy, stay positive, and make sure to tune in next week for Good News Forecast with more information from around the world, the country, and right here in our own backyard. Bye.